Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. History is simply a piece of paper covered with print. The main thing is to make history, not to write it. When you want to fool the world, tell the truth. Fools learn from experience. I prefer to learn from the experience of others. Never fight with Russian. On your every stratagem they answer unpredictable stupidity. God has a special providence for fools, drunks, and the United States of America. With bad laws and good civil servants it's still possible to govern. But with bad civil servants even the best laws can't help. Be polite, write diplomatically. Even in a declaration of war one observes the rules of politeness. You can't destroy the polished national consciousness or Poles on the battlefield, but if you give them power, they will destroy themselves. The Balkans aren't worth the life of a single Pomeranian grenadier. It is the destiny of the weak to be devoured by the strong. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. Preventive war is like committing suicide out of fear of death. Great men have great dogs. Life is like being at the dentist. You always think the worst is still to come, and it is over already. Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best. The statesman's task is to hear God's footsteps marching through history, and to try and catch on to his coattails as he marches past. Politics are not a science based on logic, they are the capacity of always choosing at each instant, in constantly changing situations, the least harmful, the most useful. People never lie so much as before an election, during a war, or after a hunt. Fools you are who say you like to learn from your mistakes. I prefer to learn from the mistakes of others, and avoid the cost of my own. The Americans are a very lucky people. They're bordered to the north and south by weak neighbors, and to the east and west by fish. Vanity is a mortgage that must be deducted from the value of a man. We live in a wondrous time in which the strong is weak because of his moral scruples and the weak grows strong because of his audacity. This policy cannot succeed through speeches, and shooting matches, and songs. It can only be carried out through blood and iron. Laws are like sausages, it is better not to see them being made. A Bavarian is halfway between an Austrian and a human being. Anyone who has ever looked into the glazed eyes of a soldier dying on the battlefield will think hard before starting a war. A conquering army on the border will not be stopped by eloquence. No civilization other than that which is Christian is worth seeking or possessing. A little caution outflanks a large cavalry. A really great man is known by 3 signs: generosity in the design, humanity in the execution, moderation in success. Beware of sentimental alliances where the consciousness of good deeds is the only compensation for noble sacrifices. Love is blind, friendship tries not to notice. The secret of politics: make a good treaty with Russia. The luxury of one's own opinion. The main thing is to make history, not to write it. Life has taught me to forgive much, but to seek forgiveness still more. God always looks after the fool's end, and the United States. Better pointed bullets than pointed words. Politics is not a science, as the professors are apt to suppose. It is an art. Politics is no exact science. The less people know about how sausages and laws are made, the better they'll sleep at night.